So hi everyone, this is Lisa Gottesman with eXp Realty, and you obviously got the newsletter with the Hampton Park Market Updates URL. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and get started here with the market evaluation in Hampton Park and Gateway as a whole, but I also want to invite you to stay until the end because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about pricing strategy. There are a lot of listings that are coming on the market way lower than where they could be, and we, obviously as a homeowner in Gateway, it's really important that we maintain our property values, but also maximize the potential right now. We have a very huge housing shortage, and they're doing it with cars, they're doing it with new construction, and it should be the same for our resale market. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So in Gateway, not sure if you know this, but if you were to type in the geo code for Gateway, there's only 9 single family homes on the entire market. As a whole, there's 13 total listings. So keep that in mind from an inventory perspective. So if you want to buy a house with a swimming pool in all of Gateway right now, there's just 3 listed on the market. The least expensive is at $655,000, and that's for a 2,300 square foot home with 4 bedrooms in Pinecrest. Then there's a home in Hampton Greens, and then another home in Canopy Loop in Timber Creek, which shares our geo code, but they're really not in Gateway. So if we were to just say we wanted to look at non-pool homes on the market right now, there's a total of 6. And those homes range in price starting at $519 for a 2,900 square foot house that is in Stony Brook. And then going up from there, there's a home at $849 on Ashbrook Court. That home is not selling after 77 days on the market. It's a shoot for the moon price, 2,400 square foot home with a non-pool. But you know what? You never know in this market, right? So one of the things about our market right now is that there is no inventory. So whatever type of home you have, you want to kind of go outside your community and look in Fort Myers as a whole. And that's kind of how I price, that's how I price out my listings. And I'm going to give you some examples of that right now. So I'm going to start with this first example. And this is in my own community where I live. So you'll notice that there's 4 listings here with the same floor plan. Okay. They were all sold within 5 months of each other. And the 2 top sold at $450 and $479. The bottom 2 sold for $680 and $725. And it is my opinion that these 2 homes that sold for much less money were sold based on previous comps that were sold in the market rather than the lack of supply that's driving up the pricing. So when I listed both of these homes, I looked to see where somebody could enter in this price point for this big 5-bedroom house with a 3-car garage and a swimming pool. And that number was at $675. We got $680 for this one for $699, and we ended up getting $725. Okay, so that's just one example. On this specific one here, this is another example in another community that I sell in, and it's called Marina Bay. And this particular home we listed for $599. Okay, this is a Lennox model. It sold for $626, so it's $27,000 over list price. Sold in April, in July. And you can tell that we worked with the sellers and we staged their home to make it look like they walked into a builder model, changed the color scheme in the house, used a lot of their own furniture, but really staged the home to make it appeal to the masses. Okay, so what's interesting about this particular property is that just 5 months earlier, this house right here sold for $467. So mine sold for $626. This one sold for $467. This one took 151 days to sell. It's the same floor plan, same community, same side of the street, same everything. And this house just looked a little bit differently. So nothing wrong specifically with this listing. It's just it had very unique, unique feel and unique design. And people, people walked in and it may not have appealed to them. So what we try to do with our free staging is appeal to the masses, make the home very marketable so that everybody will love it. Okay. Now, a lot of agents will tell you that staging does not matter in our market, but I have 3 listings in here that sold, and the rest are not mine. And you'll notice that every single listing sold for less than list price. You can see all of these listings took a long time to sell, whereas mine, 3 days, 2 days, and 21 days over the holiday. And the reason for that is because of, obviously, we put together a really beautiful a beautiful package, great marketing, video, drone footage, all of that, so that our clients, it brings the most discerning buyer into your home. So this listing sold at $444. It was listed. It sold for $439. Again, $475 to $467, $511 to $508, and so on. And you'll note that our listing, $599, sold at $626. Another at $649 sold for $680. And over the holidays, we sold another Lennox at $805, top of market sale. And that list price was at $800. So the staging does in fact matter. And, we work with anybody. People freak out thinking that staging is a big hassle, and it's really not. So if that is a concern, just, let me know. We can talk about it. But a lot of times we use our clients' furniture and just kind of reappropriate things and change the look of the house. Okay. And then lastly, I want to show off this listing. This is a beautiful listing. We sold this one listed at $599 on Essex Square in Hampton Park. Got an offer at $650, so $51,000 over list price. Plus, the customer allowed the sellers to stay in the house for up to 3 months while their house was being built. And we sold this in 1 day. They were like, "Okay, we're putting this offer in, but you have to take it off the market and sell it to us," because they so wanted this home. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is the photography. We partner with the best of the best in the photography and videography of the home. We will do, night shots. We do, beautiful sunset shots so that it just sells the lifestyle. And a fun thing here is if you look at, let's see, where is it? Right here. This is the before and after of this home. So even though this was a really nice house, it just makes such a difference when we stage and the way that we do our marketing. So it's the office. So I think you get the idea. And then lastly, if you are in the market to sell your home and you want to take a look at, like my resume, you can Google Zillow and my name, or any agent's name for that matter. You can get to know us a little bit through Zillow's profile. Here it shows that I've sold 55 homes in the last 12 months. It shows my designations, a little bit about me, tells you a little bit about my listings and what I've sold. And I did a nice little video about Gateway. And then here it tells you about, the transaction itself. So whether I represented the buyer or the seller. And then reviews. I have tons and tons of reviews from my happy customers, which I think speaks, volumes to the kind of work that we do. I have people, during COVID, they had their masks on and they ran up to me and gave me a big hug at Home Goods and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you sold my house for that much money." And I said, "Who are you?" And they had to take their mask off. So we have a lot of happy customers. And obviously, the intention of doing this video so that I can showcase this for you so that you can get top dollar, because there's no reason why you should have anybody coming in, putting a sign in the yard and taking photos with their iPhone. It's just, when you can get all of these things for free. Lastly, I'm going to show you this. So if you go to yourstagingagent.com, that is my YouTube, it goes to my YouTube channel, and there's a video here of a home that I from start to finish. It's a home for a client of mine in Canada, and he couldn't come here because of COVID. Basically, he asked me to put a value on his house, which was at $450 at the time, as is. He gave me $60,000, so we kind of contracted a bunch of different things to be done to the house. But if you watch this video, you'll see the beginning and the end. And at the very end of the day, we sold his house for $680,000. So needless to say, he was really, really happy with that. So I'm going to leave you with all of that. I will be updating this URL once a month. So please let me know if there's anything that any questions that you have, or if you'd like to do a more in-depth evaluation of your own property. I'm happy to do that for you. And I think that's it for now. So have a great day, and thank you for stopping by. Talk to you soon.